So business liability insurance, it ranges from EC insurance, employees compensation, all the way through to products and public liability. And it's there to provide cover for the business in respect of litigation that can arise out of the products and services being moved all around the world. What we see is when people talk about liability, the first instance is to go to employees compensation, which is a statutory cover. So people are very well versed in what's covered and what's not covered. Actually, what's really quite interesting in public liability and products, there's a real lack of awareness in the market about what covers are available and how to buy it. As the world moves to a more litigious society and as the global market continues, historically businesses in Hong Kong that used to just trade in Hong Kong, they wouldn't be susceptible to some of the products and services actually finding their way into the States and beyond. Actually, with products these days now going more global, there is a real opportunity that you could face legal action from the USA. The survey produces some interesting insights. If we look at business insurance, there is a 96% awareness and a 93% uptake. But as soon as we drop to business liability cover, then it drops by a third in respect of awareness, and in respect of the take-up rate, it's down to 47%. So really, in conclusion, people are aware of the general business insurance, but when we move into liability specifically, there is a lack of awareness, and even when there's a lack of awareness, the people are aware, the take-up rate is much lower. Yeah, again, the survey gave some really good insights in respect of people's awareness, but also it was very evident that people had suffered at the losses for this particular cover. And actually what we started to see was quite a good uptake afterwards, but there are still businesses out there who've experienced the loss that still doesn't buy the cover. So I think, in summary, I think the first thing is if people have had a loss but it's not been insured is one trigger that they don't want to go through the same scenario again. I think the second one is actually starting to realise you can prevent the loss as opposed to deal with it when it's happened. And the third trigger is protecting their brand. Yeah, there's two particular points in that question. The first one is about how do we use the digitalisation of our own business to improve our offerings to our customers and ultimately to provide better customer service with a reduced cost to serve. This is really quite interesting and exciting as we move to the area of robotics in respect of delivering customer service. It's about developing underwriting tools that are very proactive driven. As these things develop, as these tools develop and we embed them into our business, it actually makes us a lot more leaner organisation and a lot more mobile, which allows us to take customer feedback into insights to develop propositions much quicker than we've ever done before and at a much, much lower cost. The second part of that is our customers now want to communicate with us very differently. And in an industry that's been, it can trace its roots back to 100 years in Hong Kong, which has been pretty much paper-driven for all of that time, actually now starting to use our digital experience. We've invested heavily. We've brought a new digital team in about 18 months ago, and actually starting to develop digital propositions for our bank partners, brokers and agents, because actually that's what their customers want. So that's helping us not only, as I say, re-engineer our business internally to reduce our cost to serve, but it's also helping us grow our customer base. The first one is regarding customer and how do we change our businesses to actually be more relevant to our customers and develop more customer-led propositions, which actually sounds very easy, but it takes a lot to change the processes, the tools and the people and how we think to give our customers what they need and ultimately work with them to decide, to define propositions for them for the future. The second thing is about talent management, and it's about enabling people to grow and develop in the business to look after your customers. And the third one is very much about the business dynamics. In Hong Kong currently, there's a lot of pressure on top line growth. There's a lot of competition, which ultimately is driving margins lower. And all of these things are very evident across all the industry segments that we surveyed.